So, welcome back to part 2, and now this time with me, I've got somebody who's actually got some experience with forklifts, and that's Arek. Hello, Arek.
Hey guys.
I wasn't very good in the first half of this. I managed to flip my forklift, I think, 3 times.
That's not a bad day. I have flipped a forklift before, yes.
Have you?
I have flipped one of the smaller ones.
And how do you get them back up?
With a bigger one.
Right, okay. What happens if you flip a big one?
I generally get a manager and pretend I didn't do it.
Okay, fair enough. So hopefully your skills will translate into this and you won't flip as much as I did. So
hopefully, it depends if the game really has been built with an actual forklift controls in mind.
Well, this is one of my main thoughts. This is why I invited you on this special episode to see if really it matches up with anything like what it was like. Because I was playing that and I was thinking, wow, that steering's a bit wacky. But then again, steering on a forklift.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But we'll see when we get in how it tallies up.
Okay, so if you'd like to go ahead and start away, do you need to look at the controls at all?
No, I'll just make them up.
Make them up.
Yeah.
We're going to carry on with my profile. So we've got 149 until we get to the next level. So hopefully we can break into the next level. Now,
okay, so this is the view. Do you know what? That's about right. That is how I would have drive a forklift. You just hang out the side.
Hang out the side, yeah.
To look. So that's not bad.
What about mirrors? Do you need mirrors at all?
Do you know what? This one doesn't have it, but generally on a forklift there's a little sign on the mirror that says "Don't use the mirror for reversing."
Right.
Which is kind of counterproductive because what else is the mirror for? But these don't have it, so I'm going to go ahead and use those to reverse if I need to.
Okay. This has got lights as well. I forgot to show that in part 1. So if you'd like
so
to,
it does.
If you, I don't know, L I think is the key, and there we go. You have lights.
Excellent.
Not that it seems to make a blind bit of difference, but
they
never
never
mind.
do because you'll probably find if the mast comes up, you get to a point where the lights are completely blocked by the mast, and they're useless.
Right.
Right there, no light goes forward whatsoever.
So that's a mast, is it?
That's the mast. Is the front there of the
And
forklift.
where's the sails?
The sails are not currently unfurled on this particular forklift.
Oh right, okay.
But I'll get to that later. It is actually quite a lifelike model of the forklift. Looks to me like some kind of Mitsubishi gas truck. But whether or not that's the case, I don't know.
And this one's got a high-tech navigation there.
That.
So blue is your your target, I think.
Yeah. I like it. That's good. You can laugh that is actually a high-tech navigation system for a forklift, which generally has a piece of paper sellotaped to the windscreen.
Yep.
But it's not too bad. I'm going to see how it drives.
Right. Okay.
Well, it's got some speed, considerably more speed than I would expect.
Yeah.
For a forklift. But it's not too bad. It's a little bit jerky.
Now this is where I flipped it, trying to turn this corner and at a high speed at the same time. Right.
So I probably have to look for there. That's what I want to look for.
Yeah, the blue one. That's what you want to be picking up.
I'm going to go over there.
Now I noticed that the red one, there's already something in its place, so you might have to move it.
Well, you see, as a proper forklift driver, I didn't look where I was going before I went there, so I will just turn myself around and I will go and fetch that. It's interesting, this particular forklift doesn't seem to have any kind of engine braking.
It just keeps going.
It just keeps going. Obviously, a regular forklift would stop.
Oh, right.
I should point out, anybody watching this, I wasn't aware I would be playing when I came round. I kind of just came over to mock at somebody else's attempts, so...
Yeah. In part 1, he was present watching, and I could hear you chuckling to yourself as you watched my endeavours. You may want to switch to camera 3. I found camera 3 quite useful for this particular part.
Do you know what? It's a sim, so I'm going to go ahead and pretend like this is all you could see on a forklift, because it is. This is all you can see when you're actually driving one. So I'm going to go ahead and keep this camera view. That's okay. I've picked that up pretty well. That's doing all right. It goes faster in reverse than you might think, but no, it's pretty easy actually.
I presume forklifts are 1-gear jobbies.
It depends on the forklift that you get. Generally speaking, yes. You only get the 1 gear. All the good stuff has 2 gears though.
Oh right. Is that for when you need to do jousting or something?
It is. Do you know what? No, when I've done, I should explain for everybody watching. Actually, I have done forklift jousting before at a particular company, which will remain nameless. I won. I'll point that out right now. My opponent claims I didn't, but he has the scars to say I won. And if you'd like to see that video, go ahead and comment.
Yeah, because we don't have any evidence of that.
No. But yeah, you can joust on a forklift. Generally speaking, fence posts are the way forwards. We used a broom. But you certainly don't get the speed you get on this kind of thing.
Well, no, I got an achievement for going over 30 mile an hour.
Yeah, I think my old forklift was probably limited to around 15.
Right.
I believe it was done in kilometres on those ones, though. So I'm just going to see. I'm not far off there, I don't think, of being where I want to be.
You are.
I'm a lot further off than you might think, yeah. How's that? That looks alright.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've just pushed that backwards.
By the way, no member of the League of Super Ultra Mega Geeks condones forklift jousting.
Absolutely not. Yet.
In real life.
Yes, don't do it. It's a health and safety nightmare. I had to fill in a considerable amount of paperwork afterwards because unfortunately I was the supervisor on shift. And that's the kind of fun we have at work. So what I'm doing now is I'm just...
Where's the... Oh,
I really hope it's still on there.
I was going to say, I couldn't see the actual jobby that was on the pallet there.
Yeah, well that's generally how I forklift anyway. As long as I've got the pallet, I'm probably okay. You'll notice I'm hanging out to the side. Yes, that is also how I would forklift normally, because you can't see anything. So that's quite true to life in this particular game.
Yeah, the camera angles I thought at first were like just really annoying, but then I thought to myself, well, hang on a minute, that is really just all you will have normally, isn't it?
That's right, yeah, it's about... The camera angles are pretty true to life. I should really be looking in the mirror as I reverse. There we go, look at that.
Other mirror.
Yeah, probably the other mirror.
I think you might have... Is it on your right there?
Yeah, it's about there, that's not bad.
So you're doing really well at this. This is your first ever attempt. I did the tutorials first, and then I recorded an episode that failed on the recording because this game doesn't want to record in full screen. We're actually in windowed mode now. And then I came back to record the episode that you just watched previous to this one, if you watched it, part 1.
If you didn't go back and watch it now, this won't make much sense.
Well, no, really. But then again, what does make sense out of what we say?
That's true.
So yeah,
so that looks to be there to me.
Yeah, you have to be far enough away. There you go.
Of course, because
so you got
was
39
points.
Sensor. 39 points. That's all.
That's not great, actually.
No.
61 points of damage. I imagine that's because I drove directly into what I can only assume is an oversized bus shelter over there. It's probably supposed to be fencing, but the graphics are a little bit basic.
Yeah, the graphics in this game are quite basic, but especially with the more and more I play games these days, the less and less I seem to think about the graphics.
Do you know what though? You can say the graphics are basic, but I'm going to swap to an external camera view. That is definitely a forklift. There's no denying that.
Well, it does look like a forklift, yeah.
So
it's got. I'm going to tell you what. It's got the flashing light on top as well.
That's true. Which is I wouldn't want health and safety to come in here and get rid.
That's 5 geek points right away.
That would be the least of our worries if health and safety were here. The way I'm driving, certainly. Okay, the camera doesn't seem to want let me to.
Yeah, you have to lean out sideways.
Responsive, actually.
Well, that might be my mouse because I've got a Logitech G700 gaming mouse.
Plug.
Yeah.
Okay, I can lean forward. That's good. No, the controls are pretty simple to master.
I thought it might be quite nice to have the mouse perform some of the controls.
Do you know what? I was thinking that it would make sense, Mr. Game Developer, that we don't know who you are. It would make sense to me for left click maybe to, control your tilt and the scroll wheel up and down.
Possibly, yeah.
Just a thought.
But then is that going to be too much for the mouse hand to do?
There's never too much for the mouse hand to do.
Okay. Looks like you're about to reverse into the...
So it's fine because I'm using the mirrors like any good driver.
Yeah.
I just have to find a thing, but my high-tech navigation system is telling me it's behind me, so I'm just going to spin around.
Mind that beam because that is a beggar to get back on there. If it falls off.
We'll see how that goes.
Some oil. You've got some oil to do now.
Now I noticed that this is exactly the wrong way to lift barrels. This is not what you do at all.
Right. What do you do with barrels?
You're supposed to chain them to the mast itself, actually. You lay them down on the forks and chain them to the mast.
All right.
So this, I imagine, wouldn't make much of a game if that was the case, though.
Well, I don't know. You could probably just roll the forklift up to the barrel and then press a button to chain object to the fork.
Yeah, so I'm just struggling with this camera angle. This guy seems to have either a ridiculously long neck or he's very interested in the speedo. I'm not sure what use that's.
Well, that's the most important thing, isn't it?
It's not. Do you know I've never looked at the speedo on a forklift? In fact, most forklifts that I'm aware of don't have a speedo.
Yeah,
I
interesting.
don't think I've ever driven one with a speedo. It's probably not a good idea to know how fast you're going
Yeah,
because that implies you can go faster.
maybe.
So I think I've got the barrel
I'm
there.
not sure you can't really see,
It's
can you?
just catching.
Oh, is it going to
on
drop?
certain stuff?
Or
I'm going to put it down.
yeah,
I think that's probably safe.
Ooh, yeah, it's still on there. Just
Yeah, it's
about.
there. I'm good.
It's tilting funny.
That's a safety feature
Yeah,
that I've intentionally done there.
yeah.
So what you do there,
What's that tilty bit called?
the tilty bit,
It's the tilty bit.
is the
isn't it?
tilty bit. That's
Yeah.
the technical term for it.
There you are, tilty bit.
There we go. I've tilted it back. I believe the tilty bit is the fulcrum. But
Alright.
whether or not that's the name for it, I know that's the scientific term for pivot.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed in your video you were putting everything down at nice right angles and all that. Proper forklifters don't do that.
Did they not?
No, we just put it wherever it goes.
Oh right, okay.
Done. See that? So much easier.
Job done. 100 points, no
100
damage.
points, no damage.
Oh,
Perfect.
brilliant.
I'm done. Somebody get me a pint.
What? So you can finish the rest of the...
Well, that's how you drive a forklift. I haven't got a cup of tea, so...
Oh, I see.
Some kind of
So
beer.
in lieu of a cup of tea.
Yeah. I don't actually drink tea. Now, my eyes might be failing me, but my navigation system appears to be off. That blue arrow specifically says the objective is in front of me.
Now, have a look, because I think that is the base of an arrow rather than the point of an arrow.
That may well be the base of the arrow.
In which case...
It's directly behind me, so...
Possibly.
Speed
Now,
reverse.
well, you've got a load of...
I put some boxes there, didn't I? I should not run into those.
Yeah, I can just see them in your rear
trouble.
view.
That's fine.
There he is.
In rear view,
There he is. Where does he want to
go?
go? Must be down the bottom,
It
because I didn't
must
see...
be. Well, we'll have a go at that.
Yeah, I do have a problem. I do like to put things in nice right angle spaces and nice and in line and everything. And that is
See,
just...
I never really bother with that. I just tend to, if there's space, that's where it goes.
Yeah, I guess. It comes down to my my CDO.
Quite possibly.
Are you going down forwards?
I am going down forwards. That's how I would normally do it. Tilt right back,
All right.
and then it kind of lowers the angle at which the box is going to be. When you go down backwards, I noticed in everything you did that the box, the drums themselves were kind of tipping off a bit.
Yeah.
Because you over angle it, which is very easy to do if you're a noob.
Well, yeah. I mean, I have no experience driving a forklift. I think my dad did a forklift a driving thing once, but he did that after I was born, so I didn't inherit it through genetic memory.
I see. Well, I'd like to point out that you've had more experience on this game than I have, certainly. I like the way the steering wheel goes back to the kind of central point when I let go. That's not inconvenient at all.
Well, it's normal, isn't it?
It's not, actually, no. The wheels, I would hope... I'm just going to reverse into this container. I feel that's the best way. That, for people who don't know, is called touch forklifting. That's a technical term. Anybody who drives a forklift can comment and agree with me there. What you do is, if you can't see what you're reversing into because you need to be looking forward, you would reverse until you hit something, just gently, and then you need to stop. It's an irrefutable technique.
What do you think about the sounds in this game?
They're really quiet.
Yeah.
Which isn't too bad, I guess. I think I've just dropped that drum. I could hear that, or the box rather.
Is that box wedged in there?
I think it might be, but if that's the case, then the box is too big for the actual gap.
Do you want to just switch to camera angle 1 for a second?
Let's do that. Oh, I see. It's because of the till.
Okay. Go back to 2 then.
Yeah.
And fix your stupid problem.
Fix the problem. Okay, so we're going to lift up. We're going to tilt forward.
Nah, you see,
That's how it's done. Right,
Mr.
there.
Forklift. What are you doing?
I am pushing the wrong buttons.
Oh, okay. That's, you don't
just
wanna,
testing them. Is
You
what
don't
I
want to be
was
pushing the
doing
wrong buttons.
there.
That's a terrible
Job
thing.
done. Win.
Yeah.
That's it. Somebody pay me. So new level unlocked.
Woo!
Now where's the new level? Where do
It's
I?
either through those gates, I reckon, or do we have to go back to the main menu?
Well, I've got a pretty big forklift, so it's through those gates. I'll find out.
There's some gates on the other side of the map as well.
Well, let's just see if this one. That's closed. That's
that's
definitely closed.
Is that touch forklifting?
That's touch forklifting. Generally speaking, if a door doesn't open when you hit it with a forklift, it's not going to open.
Right, fair enough.
So you said there's some other gates.
Yeah, if you go down here near where you started, onto the left. I don't know if you can actually
just
go...
on the left.
No, that's right.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you know, just as I suspected, this pavement is not regulation. That's what I was checking there.
Oh, right, okay.
That gate also...
That's closed as well.
Is no good.
Yeah.
Right, so...
Okay, I think we need to go back to the main menu and just check out level 2 then for a minute.
So, I'm going to guess F10.
No, don't press that.
I'm going to guess escape.
Yeah, go for that.
Yeah, that seems to work.
So try start. Yeah, level 2's unlocked.
So we'll have a quick look at level 2.
Yeah, let's go for it. Oh, wow.
Oh, public road. That's never good.
Is it a road?
It looks like it's supposed to be a train track, actually.
Really? Well,
because that central bit looks raised, doesn't it?
Whoa,
yeah,
whoa!
That's definitely that's 2 trains. Sorry, the mouse is going.
Oh, hang on a minute.
I'm going to floor it over there.
No, this is you're supposed to pick stuff up. Look, it's a delivery.
Yeah, I can't move the truck. I'm not really sure what's going on.
Do you have to
there.
lift the forks up? I had to do that at the beginning of the first level.
That might be it. Right, so
I think we have to unload the train. Oh, this is actually quite good.
I don't know, because the blue arrow is telling me I need to pick up something from behind me.
Oh, right.
In fact, if I use my mirrors, I can see nothing. Excuse my French.
Oh, there it is, water.
I imagine I will have to load the train at some point, and if I don't, then whoever's made this game has really missed an opportunity. Because moving trains and forklifts just sounds fun.
Yeah.
But we'll see how that goes. I was going to make a run for it across the train, but it didn't want to let me at the time.
Did it not? No.
I can't imagine why. It seems perfectly safe to me. Yeah.
Oh,
So
look
there
at
we
that.
go. Straight
Skills.
Up, tilt back. You always want to tilt back once you've picked it. I don't know why I'm giving people forklift advice on YouTube. You don't care. You just want to see me crash.
I do say, do not use this video as advice for how to drive a forklift IRL.
No, that's true. Our forklift training video will be coming out shortly, priced at $4.99, available at all good stores, and that will be using this sim to teach you how to drive a real forklift.
Oh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
That would be pretty cool. I don't think anybody would buy it. We'd probably get sued a lot.
Yeah. Maybe cancel that project.
Probably put it on hold for now.
On hold.
Unless you guys want to see it. You know.
Right, okay. Oh, you got 200 points
200 points.
Well, just for plopping it there.
Just putting it there. That's how it works. So my navigation system is telling me I need to go up the ramp, I believe, now. So...
that ramp, I bet, is to get onto the other platform.
I would hope so, because I really don't like the idea.
Oh, hang on a minute. Stop.
It's down there. I'm going to take a shortcut.
No. Look at that beam. How are you going to get that beam off the train?
Easy. I'm going to take a run up from here.
Right, go for it.
Whoa. Safety first. Lift the forks.
Okay, safety first.
So we reverse into the wall, touch forklifting.
Yeah.
And then we're going to floor it. Because hopefully the suspension on the forklift is... Oh, God, there we go. That worked considerably better than I would expect, actually.
I think you've So, see, I was expecting explosions.
I was hoping for an explosion.
To be honest, I like explosions in games.
They're always good, but I don't think this is that kind of game. If you buy this game and expect an explosion, you've bought the wrong game.
You'd be bitterly disappointed.
I'm slightly concerned that this train might start moving at random.
I don't think it's going to start moving until the end of the level. I think it's just, now it's here, I think that's it.
That's kind of boring. You'll see what I did there. Some of you might think that I hit the beam against that train unintentionally. What I've done is I've now lessened the angle at which the beam is placed.
Yes.
I'm moving with my hands. You can't see it at home, but it makes sense. Because now I've got less of an angle to have to get through the gap.
Do you reckon if you lift it up you can just drive across the trains? Because your objective's over there.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll do that
going up the ramp.
It seems to be struggling a little bit to lift. I'm not sure why that is.
It's a little bit glitchy, isn't it?
It's a touch glitchy, or it's just a very heavy beam.
Yeah,
because forklifts do tend to stutter.
In that case, it's much.
It's realistic.
Realistic, very realistic.
Now, I've suddenly got a 3D navigation system. It seems to think I've lost.
Yeah, the objective is up there. It's true.
It is, but I need to. I could do with knowing. All right. Well, I'll just guess. It was somewhere over here. You don't want to turn too quickly when you've got it up in the air because stupid stuff like happens.
Where are you going?
I'm not really sure. The forklift is moving by itself. Oddly, that beam is stuck to the pilot. I don't know why you were having so much trouble with it earlier. That beam is going nowhere.
It's fine. I'm telling you. I don't know what happened. I think I kind of rammed it into something. It wasn't the best.
Right. So, wow, the track finishes there. That could have been awkward if I'd fallen down there.
Yeah.
Let's put it down and let's. There we go.
It's up there.
It wants to go. See now, I don't know why it's telling me that the objective is on the top. I know where the objective is because I'm a bit worried that when I lift up now.
What?
It's going to tell me. Yeah, it's going to tell me that the blue thing is up there.
Well, it doesn't matter. Just put it on it.
That's what she said.
Hey.
My old manager, she was at.
All right.
What were you thinking?
Don't know. Nothing.
That's evident from the rest of you.
We don't want to bring Lady Hellish into this.
No, we really don't. If she knows I was here, we'll be in trouble. Right, so that looks to me okay.
Yeah, go on then.
I just do need to tilt back a bit because I'm going to drag it with me otherwise. I think I might still actually have it there. Now, generally what I would do in this situation is I would get off the truck, I would climb up the inside of the mast,
Yeah.
and stand just on that little beam, you can see it there halfway up, and look at where I am.
Yeah.
That's what I would generally do.
But you can't.
No.
You're
so
stuck.
that's
In
a
fact,
little bit.
you're invisible, so you probably can't do anything. You're ineffable.
To be honest, if I was invisible, there's a lot more I could think of that I'd like to
You're
do.
probably some sort of manifestation. You probably.
I may have dropped the beam.
Yeah, there we go. Stuck to the pallet, is it?
Yeah, it's kind of. It's not now. Obviously not industrial strength adhesive. So we'll try and pick that up. I'm just going to back up without looking.
I will tell you now. I actually managed to pick up one of those beams with a fork in the tutorial.
Okay.
On the end.
Do you know what? I think I can pick this up. I've done it before. I used to be able to pick up a block paver with a forklift without getting off.
Could you
That's
juggle?
Quite an achievement. I couldn't juggle. No.
Forklift juggling.
Forklift juggling would be interesting. I would pay to see that. Maybe that's something we need to get Paul involved in because he can't drive a forklift normally, so you would assume he could juggle with it. Paul is another person, by the way,
Yeah.
for everybody watching.
Paul, yeah, there's lots of people called Paul.
Yeah, do you know what? There probably is. Right, so I'm going to try and not mess up my camera as I do this. I just want to look at my forks on the outside. Is that no? Okay, my character's having a slight fit. I'm going to stay here. I'm going very slowly because I'm dragging the forks across the floor, but that's intentional.
You might want to go to 3.
I'm going to go to 3.
So you can. He's kind of stood up, looking over now.
I think I've got that. You know.
I don't.
I see. It's not a shadow at all. That's where the forks end. So this is how I would normally pick something up. You drop the forks. Normally the slack on the chains would kick in, and then you can kind of roll it onto your forks. That doesn't look like it's going to work. So let's just put the forklift on the floor.
I don't know if you're going to be able to get under. Oh right, ramming speed.
Ramming speed.
Ramming
absolutely. That's too low down.
Yeah, angle them and then bring it up. Yeah. Yeah.
I think I just hit it.
You did. You just rammed into
I
it.
probably just hit it.
Well,
any ideas?
I think you've pretty much just beggared yourself up there. We could probably spend the next 3 hours trying to beggar around with that beam and get it onto the top. We've got onto level 2, which was quite nice.
I'm just going to see if the physics. Yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah,
you
just
fall
falling
down.
off into the track.
Nice.
Yeah, go down the tunnel. See what's down there.
Yeah, let's try that. I think I'm probably I'm stuck now.
You're beached. Right. Okay. Fair enough.
No, I can get out of this. There we go. There we go. It's a little bit of a rough ride. Forklift suspension is notoriously good.
Yeah.
I am two-wheeling most of this.
And there's the invisible wall.
There's an invisible. Good.
Well, not quite invisible.
It's not a proper game without an invisible wall. See COD 4.
Well, I'd like to say thank you very much for joining in again on this game.
Again,
your insight into this was
useless entirely.
Yeah, I mean, you did it a lot better than me. You only flipped it a couple of times. I flipped it a little bit more than that. It has been good. I've enjoyed playing this game, I must admit, even though it is in all aspects rather basic. You know, it's only 4 levels, basic graphics, basic sound, but I've enjoyed it.
Yeah, it's been good. It's most definitely a challenge surrounding forklifts.
Well, there you are. So Fork Truck Challenge, everybody. Thank you for watching this episode of Having a Crack. I've been Master Hellish. This has been Arek, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Now be quiet, because this is probably going in the credits.
Okay, I think they've all gone by now.
Do you think they've gone?
Well, generally when the credits come on, most people would close it and load the next load the next video if you're still watching.
Yeah, load it. Don't stay on this one.
Don't know. There'll probably be a link of some description.
Yeah, next week's video. The next week's video, Gary's mod.
Watch Gary's mod.
Yeah, with Mad Mike.
They've probably gone.
Yeah, they're probably gone.
We don't need to whisper.
No, we don't.
Seriously, do I click something or?
Click the stop recording big red one.